Thank you so very much for joining us. So, name is Best Orator, your uncle for today. All right, before we let you into the main bulletin, bringing you the highlight of what to expect on our news tonight.
APC! With the youth, we are telling you this is our time. And the youth has emerged. Anybody that's going to change it with the youth, we will resist him. Yes.
I don't personally believe in self-help. I believe that the course of action should be taken appropriately. I don't believe, if not, what they are doing is not good. They have violated the law. Why I'm calling you? Because you are a critical stakeholder. You help us.
The Parliament is partnering with Mr. President to ensure that those who want to make an investment in this country, please encourage them when you go back to the kingdom, that the President is ready, the Parliament is ready, our laws are ready. Anyone that is not ready will make it ready by fine-tuning it to enable your investment make sense to you as an investor.
On February 17, 2024, members of the All Progressive Congress, APC in Edo State, came out to vote for a candidate of their choice to fly the party's flag in the forthcoming gubernatorial election for Edo State. In their wisdom, they elected me, Honorable Anameru Sode Dekeri, as their preferred candidate, and in all humility and with a great sense of responsibility, I accept this choice, which I believe is a reflection of God's choice.
Delegates are here. Are you ready to vote for you? Okay, carry go.
If you love your people, you will do right by your people. You will put all the money for your pocket and go to buy. You will sit down here and work if you love your people. So I beg you, give me a chance to show say I love my people.
All right, we have more for you on our news tonight. We'll begin now with this report. Some APC youths and women in the early hours of Monday, 19th February 2024, took over the Edo State Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress over alleged anti-party activities by some state ESCO who were against the declaration of Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa as the rightful winner of the primary election. A member of the State Working Committee and youth leader of the APC, Comrade Tony Kabaka Adu, who led the protest, alleged that some members are working to sabotage the chances of the APC in winning the governorship election slated for September 21, 2024. The report.
APC!
The crisis rocking the All Progressives Congress in Edo State took a worrisome dimension on Monday, 19th February 2024, just 48 hours after the state governorship primary election, as some youths took over the secretariat of the party on Airport Road in Benin City. Furniture and other office equipment in the office of the active chairman, Imperial Jared Tenebe, the secretary, Engineer Lawrence Oka, and others were removed, as the protesters said they were warming up to install new leadership of the party. Comrade Tony Kabaka Adu, the Edo State youth leader of APC, who led women and youth to take over the state secretariat of the party, alleged misconduct, corruption, and anti-party activities by some members of the state executive, whom they claimed are now working against the interest of the party following the announcement of Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa as the candidate of the party by Governor Hope Uzodinma, who was the Edo State APC Primary Election Committee chairman. Comrade Kabaka Adu said the time for the youth have come, and as such, they will not fold their arms and watch some leaders of the party to sabotage the efforts of the party to produce the next governor of Edo State. Hence, they decided to take over the affairs of the party for now.
With the youth, we are telling you this is our time. And the youth has emerged. Anybody that's going to change it with the youth, we will resist him. Yes. And I want to send my message to the National Working Committee. If you people in State Working Committee can disobey the National Working Committee, they need to be suspended from the party. Yes. If that is not done, nobody will come to this audience. Because party is supreme.
West side.
We all voted with our registration. We cast our vote for Dennis Idahosa. Since they are trying to sabotage the youth, we will not allow it. And I'm a youth leader, for God's sake.
Yes, sir.
The person that just won this primary is just 43 years.
Yes.
Youth o'clock. This is what we have been crying for.
Yes.
And God Almighty has done it.
Yes.
Any human being that want to change it, we will tell them youth as 75% when it comes to election.
Others, who include a leader of APC Nikboboha, Comrade Sabo Idahosa, alleged that some members of the State Working Committee are not only working with the opposition, but also kept food items made for women and youth to cushion the effect of the biting economy in their possession and lording themselves over others. They said if this set of leaders remains in the affairs of the party, they might thwart the efforts of the party to reclaim power in the state.
We want the National Working Committee made a look into Edo State matter, because the State Working Committee, we hear say they go do meeting with opposition. We don't feel they tell them before. So the performance and the behavior where they behave now, for the legal result they go they announce right. So it shows say not true, say what with the year before say we collect money for opposition, say not true.
If you go to State Secretariat now, you will see over 100 bags of rice. We are going to cook that rice for 1 week. We will chop it in our mouth. Election is not made for one person. It is the youth and the women that hold the election. In the year 1983, when Abuja was not in existence, it was Kaduna we do our convention. This one they will go and do convention in Secretary Mama backyard. They will go and do convention in party leader backyard. That's all that they do.
In the meantime, the youth said the state APC secretariat will remain their residence until normalcy is restored and new leadership is installed to lead the campaign of the APC in the September 21 Edo governorship election. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Through the REC, Dr. Onubom Onoha on Monday had media interaction with journalists at the Benin City office to create necessary awareness about electoral guidelines and the role that the media can play in sensitizing political parties and their aspirants to adhere to electoral regulations regarding open campaigns ahead of the Edo State governorship elections in September 21. BeeTv News' Regina Ojomo has details of this report.
At a press briefing moderated by Mr. Timidi Warowe, head of the Department of Voters Education, INEC, the Resident Electoral Commission, Dr. Onubom Onoha first expressed his appreciation to members of the various media organizations and stations, which include the electronic, print, and social media, for honoring the invitation of INEC to interact with them, and that the briefing was necessary as a way of familiarizing himself with the different offices and officers in the state as a new resident electoral commissioner. Dr. Onora added that the meeting with the press was imperative as they are critical stakeholders, especially in ensuring free and fair election in the state, though through their publicity.
For you to help us as a major critical voters in having an election
free and fair. We cannot do it alone without you. But in doing your job,
the objective, you have it clear.
However, he pointed out that the media is lacking in one area, that of allowing the political parties to begin their open campaigns systematically, thereby flaunting INEC electoral guidelines. He also stated clearly that the media should help in informing the public and political parties that open campaign would commence as from 24th April 2024. Therefore, he enjoined all political parties to pull out all public signposts, billboards, and posters. The Resident Electoral Commissioner added that the political parties and aspirants are flouting INEC electoral laws.
I don't personally believe in self-help. I believe that the course of action should be taken appropriately. I don't believe, if not, what they are doing is not good. They have violated the law. Why I'm calling you? Because you are a critical stakeholder. You help us to make sure that this information is go right. And why I'm not particularly happy with you people, you know that there are some things that are not supposed to be aired. If they continue, I will report you to BOM. I will report you. These things are clearly stated that there should be no campaign before 24th of April.
He therefore called on all radio and television stations not to allow public campaigns by political parties to continue until after April 24th, according to the INEC election timetable, or else the commissioner will report such media organization to the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, for appropriate sanction.
They should stop it. So the essence today is for us to interact and believe to stop this. And after this meeting, we shall agree that all the 16 political parties that are participating in this election should please pull out all the signposts. We don't want to. Because that violates guidelines.
When asked about the recent APC gubernatorial primary election, Dr. Onua said that the role of INEC was just to monitor party primaries and not to declare any results, and that his reports will not be made public at the chairman of INEC in Abuja. He said that the party primary is supposed to be internal affair and not public.
We are enjoying to monitor, and Supreme Court has taken decision, and that matter came from Edo. This is the we are talking. You are all aware. Don't pretend as if you don't know. That matter where the Supreme Court decided that party primaries are primary duties of the party. Our own is to supervise. And in doing such supervision, the party will tell us the venue, and it is not the state party that will give us the venue. The national body will write to our national headquarters, INEC, to our chairman, on the venue and the date and time of the primary. And that we have been following that strictly. Any political party primary that is not limited to us by our national headquarters, we will not monitor.
So what the reg is saying, thank God that you people are here, spread the message. The time for campaign has not come. Time for campaign starts on the 24th to the 19th of September. That is the period, a very long period for campaign.
In collaboration, Mr. Timide Warowe, head of department, INEC Voters Education, Edo State, reiterated that open campaigns are not allowed now in accordance with the state electoral timetable, and that the time frame for campaign is from April 24 to September 19, and therefore appeal to the press to sensitize political parties and aspirants to desist from open campaign before April 24. Regina Ujomo reporting for BeeTv News.
District. Senator Modio Kwebolo has been declared the winner of a parallel Edo State All Progressives Congress governorship primary election. The APC State Returning Officer Ogboja Stanley Uzuamaka declared Senator Okpebolo as the winner of the exercise held in Benin City, the Edo State capital, on Saturday evening.
The declaration of Senator Modio Kwebolo came as after Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, who headed the APC election committee for Edo State, announced Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa as the winner of the poll. But the group has dismissed Uzodinma's declaration, maintaining that the Imo State's governor's post is only ceremonial. Senator Modio Kwebolo was declared as the fractional winner of the All Progressives Congress primaries conducted in Benin with a total score of 12,145. The result was announced by the Chief Electoral Returning returning officer Dr. Ubuaja Stanley Uzuamaka. Dr. Uzuamaka gave a breakdown of the results as accredited voters stood at 29,881. Valid votes were 29,088. From the breakdown, General Charles Ariabere retired scored 919 votes. Professor Serime Osumbo scored 688. Colonel David Muse recorded 507, just as Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa garnered 5,538. Others are Ernest Umahe 290, Lucky Imaswen 503, Dekere Sunday Namero 1,628. Clem Agba 3,756, Izeyamu 382 votes.
Lucky Imaswe scored 503 votes. This is to certify that Senator Monday Okpebholo, having scored the highest number of vote cast, is hereby declared and announced as the gubernatorial flag bearer of our great party APC.
The acting chairman of APC in Edo State, Emperor Jarrett Tenebe, and the state publicity secretary, Barrister Igbinige, said they have the constitutional backing to organize the primary at the state level, and the result declaring Senator Monday Okpebholo as the candidate of the party is the authentic result. They said it was a true reflection of what happened at the primary at the various voting points across the state, and that Monday Okpebholo is the authentic APC candidate in Edo State.
Disqualify anybody. We have our registers, which all of them have. The revalidated registers are with all the aspirants, and those were the people that voted. And don't forget that the party in the state is the guest and is the person organizing the congress, and we will join them. And the venues where the elections are going to take place is where all the elections took place, and the returning officers who from all the local governments the state returning officer is the one that announced this final result.
Hope Uzodimma is only the chairman of the committee. The chairman in law does not have the power, the responsibility, the authority to return any aspirant as the successfully elected one. The only person that the law has placed that on is the state returning officer. And the state returning officer appointed by the National Working Committee is Dr. Stanley Ubuaja, PhD. And is the one that have released the result now, declaring Senator Monday Okpebholo, aka Akakumiza, as the successfully elected candidate of our great party.
The factional candidate, Senator Monday Okpebholo, said it is a new dawn for APC in Edo State. He promised to revolutionize the state and bring about rapid development when elected as governor.
I am so glad that the responsibility that my people are about giving me, I will make sure that I develop Edo the way they want it to be. Within a short time, I will turn Edo into a construction state and develop Edo to the fullness, so that everybody that will come into Edo will know that yes, Edo has risen. To me, Edo is rising from today.
Saturday's primary was a combination of activities that saw the declaring of 12 aspirants for the election. But the party's flag bearer in the Edo 2020 governorship election, Pastor Osage Ezeyamu, pulled out of this year's primary on the eve of the exercise, while Lucky Imaswen and Ernest Afolabi Umahe pulled out in the early hours of Saturday. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
An APC 2024 governorship aspirant, Honorable Dekere Sunday Namero, has appreciated leaders and members of the All Progressives Congress in Edo State for nominating him at the party primary election on February 17, 2024 to be the party's standard bearer. And Namero stated this while speaking with journalists in Benin City on Sunday. The report.
Following the result in Benin City, the Edo State capital, the spokesman of the APC local government returning officer, Mr. Ojo Babatunde, said that Honorable Dekere and Amero Sunday haven't met the requirements of the law and scored the highest valid vote cast, have been declared winner of the election and returned elected as candidate of the APC. He said Honorable Dekere polled a total number of vote cast of 25,384 to defeat his closest rival, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, who scored 14,127 votes. Appreciating members of the All Progressives Congress in Edo State who came out to vote for a candidate of their choice to fly the party's flag in the forthcoming gubernatorial election for Edo State, Honorable Dekere Sunday Anamero, who was one of the aspirants who participated in the contest, said APC members across the 192 wards of Edo State, in their wisdom, elected him as their preferred candidate for the September 21, 2024 governorship election. He said in all humility and with a great sense of responsibility, he has accepted the choice, which he believes is a reflection of God's choice.
On February 17, 2024, members of the All Progressive Congress APC in Edo State came out to vote for a candidate of their choice to fly the party's flag in the forthcoming gubernatorial election for Edo State. In their wisdom, they elected me, Honorable Anamero Sunday Dekere, as their preferred candidate, and in all humility and with a great sense of responsibility, I accept this choice, which I believe is a reflection of God's choice. From the depth of my heart, I say a big thank you to you, members of our great party in Edo State, for reposing this huge confidence in me.
Honorable Anamero said he acknowledged the efforts of his campaign team for their resilience and commitment to the noble cause and urged them to rededicate themselves to the next stage of the process, saying that by God's will, he will triumph again at the main election. Commended other aspirants and great party members who put up a commendable challenge during the contest, saying that their participation has helped to deepen democracy in the APC. He noted that there is no victor and there is no vanquished, adding that it is APC that has won and therefore invites all to join hands with him and march together shoulder to shoulder with great strength and commitment and remove the temporary occupants at Osadebe Avenue come September this year.
On the best value of democracy, which is providing a level playing field for all the contestants, let me thank the National Working Committee, State Working Committee, party executives and members at all levels for their commitment and dedication to the growth and development of our great party APC. Ladies and gentlemen, let me send this message to PDP, the temporary occupants at Dennis Osadebe Avenue, to begin to pack their luggage. Your time is up. Thank you for listening. Long live APC, long live Edo State, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Honorable Dekere Sunday Anamero thanked President Bola Tinubu GCFR for his support and his assistance on the best value of democracy, which has provided a level playing field for all the contestants. He also appreciated the National State Working Committee, party executive and members at all levels for their commitment and dedication to the growth and development of the APC. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
APC primaries. The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has congratulated the winner of the Edo State governorship primary election, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. Ganduje, in a statement issued on Saturday night by his chief press secretary, Edwin Olufo, urged Idahosa to carry all aspirants along so as to deliver the party at the forthcoming governorship election in the state. He equally commended Governor Hope Uzodima's election committee, noting that its transparency in the conduct of the election is highly commendable. He called on all the aspirants to bury their hatchet and work for the interest of the party so that APC will emerge victorious come September 21, 2024. Similarly, the member representing Oriomanu, the federal constituency, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawa, has on behalf of his family, political associates, and the good people of Oriomanu, the federal constituency, congratulated Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa for his remarkable victory and emergence as APC flag bearer for the Edo 2024 governorship election. He said, as the saying goes, nothing can stop an ideal whose time has come. He said the idea of having a generational shift in leadership and governance has gained unprecedented traction with the emergence of Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa as the flag bearer of the All Progressives Congress in a direct primary election that witnessed a massive turnout of party faithful men and women who came out en masse to take action towards making this idea a reality. The Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Poverty Alleviation, said Dennis Idahosa is an embodiment of grace, tested capacity, trusted capabilities, intellect, humility, emotional intelligence, and youthful vibrancy. He said it was not surprising, therefore, to see the turnout of organic support he effortlessly enjoyed, which has culminated in the resounding victory of the primary election. Chief Dr. Billy Osawa said, having worked with Dennis Idahosa very closely as a friend, brother, colleague at the Federal House of Representatives and ally, he came to truly appreciate his potential, which has informed his unflinching belief in Idahosa's abilities. He thanked the leadership of the party for making the absolute right choice of nominating the quintessential Mr. Project in a seamlessly conducted party primary. In a related development, the immediate past chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Edo State and 2024 governorship aspirant Colonel David Imuse, retired, has felicitated with Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa on his emergence as the APC flag bearer in the just concluded primaries. In a statement personally signed by Imuse, he said the triumph signifies a promising future not only for the APC but also for the well-being of the beloved Edo State. He said the emergence of Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa as the flag bearer reflects the confidence and support he has garnered within the party. Colonel David Imuse, retired, said the victory bodes well for the upcoming gubernatorial elections and that he is optimistic about the positive impact Dennis Idahosa's leadership can bring to Edo State. In the same vein, the member representing Oriomo East constituency and majority whip at the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Osamoyi Iraguaita Atu, has congratulated Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa on his emergence as the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the September 21, 2024 governorship election. Atu, in a congratulatory message, said the outcome of the primary election had shown that Dennis Idahosa was the popular choice of the people, adding that the success of the event again demonstrates Dennis Idahosa's capacity. Atu said as a loyal party member, he will remain committed to the party at all times. Honorable Savoyi Atu, who is the voice of the people of Oriomo East at the Edo State House of Assembly, said Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa's emergence as governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress is an assurance of winning the governorship election because his record speaks volume. He said he is optimistic that Dennis Idahosa will be sworn in as the next governor of Edo State this year. Assisting with the primaries, a former commissioner for education and governorship aspirant of the All Progressives Congress, Washington Osaosifo, PhD, has congratulated Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa over his emergence as the candidate of the All Progressives Congress for the Edo governorship election slated for September 2021, 2024. Idahosa won the direct primary conducted by the party across the 192 ward that makes up Edo State with a very wide margin. In his congratulatory message, Osifo said Idahosa's victory is an eloquent testimony to people's acceptance of his dedication and commitment to the rebuilding of Edo State. He also hailed other aspirants of the party who participated in the gubernatorial primaries on Saturday. Dr. Washington Osifo said as members of an indivisible family, he enjoyed all of them to put behind the wrangling and strife, which has characterized the internal constitution in this clan, and come together to quickly close ranks and work together as a family in order to steer the ship of the APC to victory come September Edo State governorship election, so that the APC can reclaim the #1 seat at the Stadibe Avenue in Edo State. Reactions have started to trail the Edo APC governorship primary election following divergent result declarations within the party announcing the winner of the primary. Concerned citizens who spoke with BeeTv News expressed their divergent views, with some stating that it is an in-house issue that has to be resolved, while others think that it does not express the full nature of democracy because primary elections were held across 192 wards in the state. BeeTv News Tosin Toluwaloju has the report.
Following the conclusion of the All Progressives Congress APC governorship primaries with a declaration by the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, who was the chairman of the Edo State Primary Election Committee, had on Saturday announced Right Honorable Denisi Dausa as the winner of the exercise with 40,453 votes. Meanwhile, the returning officer Stanley Ubiaja also declared Monday Opebolo winner with 12,145 votes at a private residence in Benin City. Again, the local government returning officers led by Ojoba Batunde also announced an Emerald Kiri as the winner of the contest, having pulled 25,384 votes. These are poor reactions among concerned citizens on the runnings and process of the primary elections, as they expected that the elections would be free and fair, with the party coming to a consensus on an aspirant who will be the party flag bearer. Speaking with the news crew on the outcome of the elections, which was held 17th February 2024, a respondent questioned the legitimacy of the results, with the observation that having multiple winners' declarations indicates confusion within the party. Another respondent, Comrade Emmanuel Bosele, noted that the only authorized people to announce the results is the National Working Committee because the party has their rules and regulations. Hence, it should be the authentic result.
We already know that something is playing somewhere. Understand? How can one party declare 3 people as a winner, as a candidate of a governor's election, something like that? You know, for me, they are confused. They don't even know what they are doing. Look at the way the country is. They are fighting themselves in the same party. Who will not suffer it? Is it the masses that are going to vote for them or something? So they are confused. That's what I have to say. They are just confused.
The only authorized people to announce the results is the National Working Committee. I believe the party has their rules and regulations, you understand? So they are the authentic people to announce the real results. Any result announced by the National Working Committee, that's the authentic. So any other results from any other place, I think they are just trying to cause a commotion.
And I concluded the whole thing to give us the right winner. So if, for instance, at the end of the day, we have different winners from different sections, I think INEC is the basic, because they are the body which everyone in Nigeria believes that is supposed to give us the right winner at the end of the election.
I think their primary election, it is not being effective. It is not effective. Why? Because if you are to conduct an election, you have to have one candidate, a running candidate. So the primary is to know the candidate that is going to be running for the position. So bringing out 3 candidates is not an effective step that APC have taken.
So the way APC do the election is very, very wrong. That is not the way. And what I see through social media, the way they molest people, it's not done in that way. We are democracy. Democracy is not like that. Democracy is about the people. It's not governmentalism. That maybe this is my person, the rest, the person must be the governor, must be my candidate. No.
However, citizens are optimistic that all issues within the party, as it relates to the candidate who is the party flag bearer, will be resolved amicably. Tosin Toluwaloju, reporting for BeeTv News.
This week has been scheduled for the primaries of the Democratic Party in Edo State. And in view of this, Dr. Aswe Ighodalo has continued his campaign tour in Edo South Senatorial District with a view to meeting the PDP delegates to solicit for their support. Ighodalo was in Orioma local government area where he met the party leaders and appealed to them to nominate him come February 22nd. Dr. Aswe Ighodalo assured party leaders in Orioma of a better Edo State in terms of investment and infrastructural development under his administration when elected as governor of Edo State. The report.
I swear don't come. Ighodalo don't come.
On a solicitation tour by Dr. Aswa Ighodalo's campaign train to Oriomo local government area for those states, the campaign spokesperson referred to Dr. Ighodalo as the brain boss and that Oriomo local government area needs someone that will fix the state, an intelligent personality and not just a homeboy. He said the PDP governorship hopeful is that man that understands the needs, challenges and prospects of the state and will bring his wealth of experience to bear if nominated and elected as governor of Edo State.
Oriomo people, are you ready to vote for him? All the delegates are here. Are you ready to vote for him? Okay, carry go.
Speaking to the PDP delegates in Oriomo, Dr. Aswa Ighodalo stated that Edo State needs a brilliant individual as governor, one that will harness its vast natural resources. He also said that Edo State is naturally blessed, even much more than many countries abroad. The governorship hopeful promised to eradicate poverty and provide opportunities for Edo people. He stated that with the support of the people of Oriomo local government, when he becomes the flag bearer and governor of the state, he will make sure that he invites Edo people in the diaspora to come back home and help develop the state, thereby making Edo State the place to be reckoned with and the best place in Africa.
If by the grace of God Almighty and by your grace and support, I become governor of Edo State, we go have states, some will be the number one for Africa. We go drive poverty, all our people go school. This is not hard like that. Everybody thinks say hard, they will come government, they will do say they work hard. The work not hard, maybe I give a chance. If I give a chance, we will see different Edo. We will go look for people who will come here and come invest. People who will come here and come help us. The only way they will help us is to trust government.
He also reassured the PDP leaders in Oriomo that his administration will draw investment to Edo State, making the heartbeat of the nation a different and better place from what it is presently. He emphasized that it is not difficult to govern people because governance is based on one principle, that is love. He said if those in the hands of affairs love the people, they will not embezzle public funds. He therefore appealed to the PDP delegates in Oriomo to nominate him to be the standard bearer of the party.
All it requires is to make all of us work well together and make it work as one. You see, no hard. All these people where they say hard, you know hard. Now only one principle you do for government: love your people. If you love your people, you will do right by your people. You will put all the money for your pocket and go to buy. You will sit down here and walk if you love your people. So I beg you, give me a chance to show say I love my people. God will bless all of us.
Some PDP Oriomo leaders responded positively to the speech made by Dr. Aswa Ighodalo and promised to support him to emerge as candidate and governor of Edo State.
By the time we finish that one, we go just see hide for Papa Aswa Ighodalo back say, Oriomo, what the person need to do? Now electricity power supply. I believe the same talk. He said, Ojo Road, we get electricity. What do we want to do? That's not the only two things where they bring development from any rural area. Once you get that one, every other thing can come.
What do they talk for years since now? Not because show man, our son, our papa, where we say make it go represent us for Saturday Abin. Not before we talk. So on behalf of the people of Oriomo, Your Excellency, sir, Your Authorized, thank you very much for coming. And we assure you, we gave it to the back, no shaking.
Dr. Aswa Ighodalo, popularly known as AI, continues his tour of local government areas across the state. Best orator reporting for BeeTv News.
National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party has approved the delegate list for the Edo State governorship election primary to nominate a candidate for the September 21, 2024 governorship election in the state. In a statement signed by the National Publicity Secretary of Ologunagba, the National Working Committee also approved the conduct of the Edo State governorship election primary for Thursday, February 22nd, 2024 at the lawn tennis court of the Samuel Gbomudia Stadium, Benin City. The National Working Committee charges all delegates, aspirants, leaders, critical stakeholders, members of the party and the public to note the official date and venue and be guided accordingly. You're watching the BeeTv News. Quick break. break, we'll be back with more reports. Please stay with us.
Isabio, oh, Igondalo, oh. Edo, I greet everybody for here, oh. Better don't come so for here, oh. Good news will sweet your belly, oh. Edo, I swear don't show so for you, oh. AI don't tanda for you, but always happy for you. Name way popular.
I beg, when we love each other. If we love each other, we go create a fantastic Edo State. And at that one, I beg you now. God Almighty go bless all of us. God Almighty go keep you now. God Almighty go strengthen you now.
If not better, I don't sabi. Omo wey no the thing. Healthcare go yafu yafu. Good roads go berekete. Edo State go enjoy. AI wey the better way. Igodalo burukutu.
Aswe Igodalo, the man wey sabi.
Original no be my mind. Authentic no be my mind. Original no be fake. Quality paint. EDS. For quality paint you, na EDS. For quality paint you, na EDS. For emotion, super satin, super matte, gravitas paint today, texture paint today, and the high quality emotion, na for EDS. You know go fed you, na for EDS.
EDS Quality Paints, Kilometer 12, Benin Saple Road by Ogege Quarters, Benin City, or our branch office, 68 Saple Road, opposite former Edo State Library, now ShopRite.
Contact us today on 090-5320-6873. EDS Quality Paints, keeping your goals live.
This is the ancient city of Benin in Edo State, a land with deep-rooted history, culture, and tradition. Queen Idiania Sige, Emotan Nokpoko, Queen Ewere, Queen Iden, Imagwero. These are great women of time past who made histories and changed the negative narrative. I am Ase Angel Osareme Patience, a diploma graduate of marine engineering from University of Benin and a current 500 level student studying fisheries and aquatic biology in Lagos State University. I am attempting to break the Guinness World Record for longest marathon read aloud, and I'll be reading for 200 hours. I'll be reading 60% books on Edo culture, tradition, and history, and I'll be reading 30% books on Nigerian history, and I'll be reading 10% books on United Nations Sustainable Developmental Goals, focusing on Goal 4, which talk about quality education, Goal 5, which talk about gender equality, Goal 13, which talk about climate action, and Goal 14, which talk about life below water. Do you know that the plastic waste you use, if not properly disposed, can affect animals in the water? I believe you don't know that. Come read with me and I'm going to teach you how you can properly manage your waste. The venue for this reading attempt is at Edo State Library Complex at the Edo State Secretariat. The date of this event is the 23rd of February to 3rd of March 2024. This event will be live streamed on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm calling on you in helping me reach out to more people as we break this record attempt together. God bless Nigeria. God bless Edo State. Oba Atokbeye is there.
Moving on. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, has called for a strategic partnership with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to bolster investment opportunities in Nigeria. Abbas was represented by the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, made this known during a by the Saudi Arabian Nigerian Friendship Group who visited in Abuja. BeeTv News told Singh to Oluwaloju has details of this report.
The Speaker, House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, acknowledged the long-standing diplomatic ties between Nigeria and Saudi Arabia, which spanned over 25 years. He therefore advocates for a close collaboration in trade and investment, tourism, oil and gas, and infrastructure. The Speaker also called for a balance in trade between both countries, emphasizing Nigeria's determination to grow its gross domestic product, GDP.
The President has preached this
over and over again that Nigeria is ready for investment. So the Parliament is partnering with Mr. President to ensure that those who want to make an investment in this country, please encourage them when you go back to the kingdom that the President is ready, the Parliament is ready, our laws are ready. Anyone that is not ready will make it ready by fine-tuning it to enable your investment make sense to you as an investor. So the parliamentary partnership will be there, and to make sure that we connect to you easily and then encourage good governance in your country, and also you encourage good governance in our country. So such collaboration is needed, especially on a political and legislative platform. So we encourage exchange of information on best practices to craft laws that serve the best interests of both nations.
In his presentation, the acting chairman of the group and leader of the delegation stated that their mission is to seek new ways to strengthen the partnership with Nigeria for mutual benefit. He says part of the mission is also to explore future bilateral relations with Nigeria.
Our king and the crown prince especially put so many emphasis and strengthen our relation. We look to the country as a strategic partner. Nigeria is very important, very valuable country in its people, in its government, its land, its everything that we are really proud of. Therefore, we are looking to see this country in more prosperity, in more economic prosperity. We also look for this society to live in security and peace. And this is really very important. What we have see to the growth that expected this year to your country, it's within the level of the worldwide, it's okay. Also, we would like to take part of our relation toward strengthen the economic relation as well as trade, as well as political. But this is in the hand of government.
Tosin Toluwaloju, reporting for BeeTv News.
First Lady, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, has called on Nigerians, irrespective of their ethnic and religious affiliations, to set aside their differences and take advantage of their various diversities for rapid socio-economic development. Oluremi Tinubu gave the admonition in Abuja while addressing leaders and members of Customs Wives Association of Nigeria. The First Lady, who was represented at the Customs Wives Association relaunch investiture of patron and patronesses and fundraising by the wife of Chief of Defense Staff Ogogo Musa, admitted that Nigeria, like the United States, is made up of people with diverse cultural backgrounds and have used same to their own advantages. BeeTv News Gift Uwagboy has details of the report.
Speaking at the event, wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who was represented by the Deputy President Ogogo Musa, charged stakeholders to invest more in women, and also support women empowerment to aid in eradicating poverty in the society. She further employed women to reevaluate themselves so as to incorporate the values into the younger generations, while commending the commitment and determination of COWA in fostering friendship with officers' wives and Nigerian women at large.
Our shared political beliefs, but also our shared ideas and values. Values such as compassion, respect, integrity, and empathy. As women have a pivotal role to play, we are the nurturers and molders of the society. We must reevaluate ourselves and begin to incorporate these values into the younger generation. As homemakers, the well-being of the home rests heavily on our shoulders, and we must be the support system for our husbands to help them succeed at their jobs.
The president of COA, Kiki Lomo Adeniyi, says the aim of the association relaunch is to build relationships, partnerships, and friendships that will support luxury of communities to create jobs and support economy empowerment. Speaking on drug abuse, Kiki Lomo says the association will support all relevant agencies to curb drug addiction through rehabilitating victims and patients.
Our primary drive is to build relationships, partnerships, and friendships that support the nurturing of LG communities, to alleviate poverty, create jobs, and support the economic empowerment of our members through initiatives that promote prosperity and economic opportunities. Since we came on board, we have identified many challenges facing the families of customs officers. These challenges include lack of decent housing for custom officers serving in remote border areas with their family, lack of access to decent and affordable schools for the children of customs officers serving in remote areas, need to economically empower the spouses of custom officers across the country, and a compelling need to launch an effective campaign against drug abuse across customs barracks.
Also, stakeholders at the event call for more synergy between customs and NDLEA towards tackling the manners of drug abuse.
The custom officers found this diligence is particularly evident in their recent collaboration effort with the NDLEA, which led to major interception of illicit drugs. This collective action not only protects our borders, but also preserve the future for our youth.
High point of the occasion was the presentation of awards to patron and eminent personalities, including the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
By Mercy Adams and not Angela Ileguma. And now to business news. The federal government of Nigeria tends to implement a liquidity policy for the banks, but it is threatened by the proposed foreign currency gateway bank, as it may have a negative impact towards the liquidity of Nigerian banks. Let's now join BeeTv News Angela Ileguma for more.
Credit rating agency Fitch Ratings has said that the proposed foreign currency gateway bank announced by the Central Bank of Nigeria may have a negative impact on the liquidity of Nigeria banks. This was revealed in the latest Fitch Rating commentary on Nigeria banks. The Apex Bank governor, Dr. Olayemi, recently disclosed plans to introduce a new foreign currency gateway bank to ease the country's forex crisis. In an interview, Cardoso said the CBN was introducing a single FCY gateway bank to centralize all correspondent banking activities, currently dominated by two major banks in the corresponding banking space. The Gateway Bank termed the CBN's mid-term plan is aimed at resolving Nigeria's lingering forex problem by centralizing all correspondent banking activities, while asserting that a recent audit has determined 2.4 billion naira of overdue FX forwards invalid. While scarcity looms in Nigeria as the Nigeria Association of Road Transport Owners (NACTO) withdraws its service nationwide on Monday, February 19, due to economic hardship caused by high operational costs and low French rates. A recent letter signed by the national president, Yusuf Lawal Uthman, to the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers indicated that service withdrawal commenced from today, Monday. The association said it had made several efforts to negotiate with the Major Energy Marketers Association of Nigeria, MEMAN, and other critical stakeholders in the industry for appropriate and commensurate French rates for its operations, but received no positive responses. The notice of withdrawal of their services and operations portends serious implications for the supply and distribution of petroleum products across the country, as NATO controls over 80% of the petroleum transportation in Nigeria. NATO said it had no other option but to inform NOPEN that its National Executive Council (NEC) had resolved to direct all its members not to make their petroleum trucks available for petroleum products
product loading activities starting Monday, February 19, 2024. The workers lamented that it was impossible to continue in the business within the context of the country's current economic situation. The latest demonstration in the south of the country follows similar ones held in the northern Nigeria 2 weeks ago. Protesters are angry at the high rate of inflation, driven largely by high food price and the government decision to end a long-running fuel subsidy. On Friday, the Africa Development Bank warned that Nigeria could see social unrest caused by rising fuel and food prices. In its economic outlook for this year, the bank warned countries, including Kenya, Ethiopia, and Angola, could face similar problems. Several Nigerians in the northwest state of Borno are refraining from food after their governor called for divine intervention over the country's grave economic and security situations. And that is it on Business News tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Angela Ilegoma reporting for BeeTv News.
To the foreign scene, let's now join Rebecca Goffey.
Israel has criticized Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva for likening Israel's actions in Gaza to the Holocaust. Lula stated that Israel's military campaign was akin to a conflict between a powerful army and civilians, drawing parallels to the Holocaust. Israel's foreign minister labeled Lula's remarks as anti-Semitic, declaring him persona non grata until he retracts his statement. The main Jewish organization in Brazil also denounced Lula's comments. Lula made the remarks while attending an African Union summit, stating that the situation in Gaza has no historical parallel except for Hitler's actions against the Jews. He criticized Hamas for previous attacks but condemned Israel's retaliatory campaign, which Hamas claims to have resulted in numerous civilian casualties. Meanwhile, 2 police officers and a paramedic have been killed in a shooting at a family home in Minnesota, according to authorities. The officers were identified as Paul M. Strand and Marty Rouge, both 27, and paramedic Adam Finsett, 40. The gunman, barricaded with 7 children inside a home, opened fire during negotiations with officers responding to a domestic abuse call. Adam Medicott, another policeman, sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The attacker, who had multiple firearms and ammunition, ultimately took his own life. The incident, described as a tragic loss by Governor Tim Walz, left the community and law enforcement deeply saddened. A commercial vessel in the Gulf of Aden was abandoned by its crew after being hit by missiles claimed by Yemen's Houthi rebels. The Belize-flagged British-registered cargo ship Rubima sustained damage from 2 missiles, prompting the crew to evacuate. This incident adds to a series of attacks by the Iran-backed Houthis on ships in the region since mid-November. The attacks, purportedly in support of Palestinians in the Israel-Hamas conflict, have led many shipping companies to avoid the area, impacting global trade. US and British forces have responded with airstrikes on Houthi targets in western Yemen. The latest incidents occurred about 35 nautical miles south of Mosha port, with the crew reporting an explosion causing damage before abandoning the vessel. Finally, Yulia Navalnaya, Alex Navalny's widow, pledges to carry on his work for a free Russia during her meeting with European ministers in Brussels. She released a video urging supporters to join her cause and blames President Vladimir Putin for her husband's death. Earlier, Navalny's mother and lawyers were denied access to a mortuary where his body was reportedly located. Prison authorities claim Navalny died of sudden death syndrome in a remote Arctic prison, but his allies suspect he was murdered on Putin's order. The Kremlin dismisses these accusations as obnoxious and states that the investigation into Navalny's death is ongoing. Protests and vigils have erupted near Russian embassies worldwide, with hundreds detained in Russia despite warnings against rallying. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca Goffey.
Thank you, Rebecca. And now to entertainment. Nigerian singer Cynthia Morgan, who now goes by the name Madrina, has called out her former record label boss Jude Okoye after he claimed that she owed him money. Taking to her Instagram story account in the early hours of Monday, February 19, 2024, Morgan reposted an old picture of a car which she bought her in 2016, revealing that the vehicle was bought on mortgage. BeeTv News, Mercy Adams has details of this and more from the entertainment desk.
The caption by Cynthia Morgan reads, I got signed to Jude in October 2013 and this car was given to me in the last quarter of 2015 on mortgage. As you can see, I posted the car on my Instagram on the 5th of January 2016 and that was because they had to spray paint the car and all. Jude claimed I owe him money, that I didn't make him a dime while I was with the label. In another development, famous Nigerian singer Stanley Omadidia, aka Omale, has announced a sabbatical from music. The Sosokuna announced to his fans not to expect new music from him anytime soon. Omale, however, did not disclose the reason for his break from music. However, in another post, Omale stated that he needs a little more love. His announcement has left several of his fans in a panic mood, with many of them taking to their social media handles to plead with the singer to reconsider his decision. American actress and singer Jennifer Lopez has adopted Ifunanya as her Nigerian name. Nigerian media personality Dre Okeke suggested the name for her during a recent interview and she accepted it. Okeke explained that the name suits the American superstar because she is a certified lover girl and Ifunanya, which means love in Igbo, suits her so well. Nigerian actor and comedian Oluwaseyi Titan Aletile, professionally known as Sheilo, has said despite the economic hardship in the country, he would still vote for President Bola Tinubu if a fresh election comes up tomorrow. He likened the current economic hardship in Nigeria to the biblical wilderness experience of the Israelites, saying he would rather stay with a Moses through the wilderness to Canaan than eat meat and drink wine in slavery in Egypt at the expense of children's future. In a lengthy post shared via his X, formerly known as Twitter handle, recently, Sheilo said while a lot of Nigerians kill the optimism of others with hate and urge for immediate gratification, it is said that the government agencies are not communicating government agendas, efforts, and actions effectively. He encouraged Nigerians to make demands from the state governments rather than depending on the federal government for everything. Thank you so much for joining us, as this is the wrap on the entertainment segment for this evening. We do hope to see you some other time. My name is Mercy Adams. Good night.
And now to Nigerian's team at the just concluded All African Badminton Championship Cairo 2024 claimed 7 medals, with the country's #1 badminton player Onolo Wakpo clinching his African title. He has earlier won the All-African Senior Championship Men's Singles title in Port Harcourt, Nigeria in 2019, the All-African Games title in Morocco in 2019, and the All-African Senior Championship title in Uganda 2022, the All-African Senior Championship in South Africa 2023, and now in Egypt 2024. BeeTv News sports correspondent Uyi Lambert has details of this and more.
Nigeria's team at the just concluded All-African Senior Badminton Championship in Cairo 2024 claimed 7 medals at the country's #1 badminton player Anunwakpo Akpejori clinching his 5th African title and the 3rd back-to-back. Anunwakpo has earlier won the All-African Senior Championships Men's Singles title in Port Harcourt, Nigeria in 2019, the All-African Games MS title in Morocco in 2019, the All-African Senior Championships MS title in Uganda in 2022, the All-African Senior Championships in South Africa in 2023, and now in Egypt in 2024. Nigeria's main team in the team event narrowly lost to Algeria in the finals even after securing the first 2 of 5 games, thereby settling for silver. The women's team picked a valuable bronze after losing the semi-finals to the Uganda women's team. In the individual event, Nigeria's wonder boy Anunwakpo Akpejori stormed through to the finals by beating compatriot Victor Ikechukwu 21-13, 19-21, 21-9 to rekindle an old rivalry with Mauritian Georges Junior Paul, where he again asserted his dominance by beating Paul 23-21, 11-21, 21-16 to take the coveted MS crown for the 3rd time in a row and his 5th African title. Sutherland has sacked head coach Michael Beer after just 12 games in charge, following back-to-back championship defeats. The 43-year-old was given a 2.5-year deal in December when he replaced the popular Tony Mowbray. However, Beer lost his games during his short stint, including a 3-0 home FA Cup defeat by rivals Newcastle United. Recent defeats by Huddersfield and Birmingham have seen the Beersiders slip to 10th in the table. Damian Lillard was named the NBA Most Valuable Game Player after helping in the All-Star Games, helping the Eastern Conference beat the Western Conference 211 to 186. The Milwaukee Bucks guards scored 39 points, including 11 three-pointers in Indianapolis. The East points tally was a record in an All-Star game, surpassing the 196 scored by the West in 2016. Boston Celtics forward Jaylen Brown contributed 36 points, and Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Haliburton 36 points for the East, who were the home side. Carlton Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves scored 50 points for the West. A total of 397 points in the 73rd All-Star game broke the record of 374 set in 2017. LA Lakers LeBron James 39 took part in a record 20th All-Star game, but because of an ankle injury, played only 14 minutes for the West and scored 8 points. Red Bull will be the focus of attention when Formula One preseason testing starts this week in Bahrain, for reasons both on track and off. For one thing, the future of team principal Christian Horner is in doubt as a result of an internal investigation being conducted by Red Bull into allegations that the 50-year-old has engaged in inappropriate and controlling behavior towards a female colleague. For another, the car Red Bull unveiled at the team's Mettinkills base last Thursday was a bit of a wow moment, even if Chief Technical Officer Andrew Newey insisted that he did not consider it to be any kind of enormous step forward. The 10 teams have just 3 days of testing to prepare for the start of the season and can run only one car at a time. So each driver should have no more than a day and a half to become acquainted with his new car in Bahrain. Two-time champion Fernando Alonso was bemoaning this at the launch of his Aston Martin car a week or so ago. The Spaniard called the paucity of running unfair. Alonso is guaranteed to be at the center of attention this season, given the vacancy at Mercedes next season following Lewis Hamilton's decision to switch to Ferrari. As Alonso put it, there are 3 world champions on the grid. I am the only one available. That is the Beat on the Spot segment tonight. I'm Will Lemba. Thanks for joining us. Good evening.
And with that, by Uyi Lamba, to call it a wrap on our news tonight. Thank you so very much for being a part of it. We do hope you join us again tomorrow, Jehovah's willing. My name is Best Orator. Good night.